Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Elaine and today I'm going to be cleaning this vintage, well no, not quite vintage, let's just say old Chanel bag. I didn't do an unboxing of this, but I did get this through Brandier on eBay. It's a Japanese reseller. It is quite an old and used bag, but I was interested in it because I did want a beat up Chanel bag. The point of today's video is actually to clean this bag up using apple leather conditioner. So I just got this off of Amazon a couple days ago. I've used Apple in the past, but not recently. And I did look up online what is the best cleaner for Caviar, or one of the best, and Apple was recommended. I mean, it's a light lotion. This bag actually isn't that dirty. There's no marks on it. It just probably needs a little bit of conditioning. I mean, the leather's already smushy. For Caviar leather to be this smushy, it's pretty amazing. I mean, it's pretty beat up, but I do want to give it a clean because there's actually some grossness in here. There's quite a bit of gunk in there, so I'm gonna first vacuum it out. And also, vacuum's good if you need to also clean up your interior. But the interior of this bag is actually very clean, and I have a feeling it might have been refurbished. So anyways, that's a topic for another time. Let's do some cleaning. So it worked a little bit. It got the big chunks out, but I can still see quite a bit of dust in there. So I'm gonna start with, I'll use one of these brush thingies. So this is a, what kind of bristle is this? I'm not too sure. It's like a natural bristle. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's actually doing a pretty good job. Here, let's see. So it's actually just pushing it in the corner a little bit. Let's see if we can get it out. Oh yeah, that's much better. Ooh. So this bag, according to its date code, well, I'm gonna need to vacuum that up. This bag is about from 2012 or 2013, so it's not quite vintage. It's just very well used, very loved, which I kind of like the look of that. I mean, what's more interesting than a very beat up Chanel, very well used beat up Chanel. And I actually don't have that many red bags, so that's also another reason why I decided to get it. Oh, and then last but not least, I got this for, well, pre-tariffs, I got it under $1,000. With tariffs, I basically got it for $1,076, which I think for a Chanel bag is a pretty good deal. So yeah, the only reason why I probably won't be selling it is because I'm pretty sure it's Frankenstein on the inside here. I can just do a quick, show you quickly, like that's not a regular Chanel lining. It doesn't look like it, I don't know. I mean, they could have reused the zipper, but I mean the inside just looks too clean, and it doesn't, it's usually when it's canvas on the inside, it's usually black and it'll usually say Chanel. Pretty sure this is Frankenstein. They did put the thing back in here though, the little, I mean that, I don't know, that thing is very yellow. It just doesn't match the inside, but anyways, that's fine. Let's see, does this need to be cleaned out? Oh, a little bit, yes. Oh yeah, and I also really liked this bag because it does have a back pocket as well as this front pocket. I mean, so I've used this a couple times already. The back pocket, gross, there's hair in there. The back pocket does fit a phone. On the inside here, let's see if this needs a cleaning. No, it doesn't. I have a feeling they rarely use this. Let's vacuum this up. All right, so now I'm gonna try use the Apple cleaner. I did not do the spot test beforehand, so let's do that now. So I'm actually just gonna use the conditioner, I should say. This conditioner here. I don't think I'm gonna use the cleaner. It doesn't really need to be cleaned. Also, it did come with a little microfiber. Should I just use the microfiber that came with it? Sure. Let's try it. Shake it up. So the consistency of this, whoa, is a little watery, so it's clear like that, a little yellowish. Faint smell. Let me see. Am I smelling the towel or the thing? Yeah, not terrible. Just a faint smell. Okay, let's see. Let's just do the bottom real quick. I don't usually just do a spot just because sometimes if it is going to discolor the bag, you want to make sure it actually discolors the whole panel. So I'm just going to go through and do the whole panel first. I mean, that's at the bottom. It should be fine. Let's see. And Caviar, you know, is going to be more durable. Like, it's not lambskin, right? So it's treated with a very thick layer of plastic that creates this texture. It looks a little bit darker, but nothing, and no color transfer onto the towel, so that's good. All right, so now that, since that's good, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the rest of the bag. I usually pay close attention to the corners since that is where it gets rubbed the most, and that's where the conditioning is needed the most. Inside, I don't think I'm gonna do the pockets because there's fabric on the other side. Also, I'm starting to see a little bit of pinky brown, so don't know if that's the paint or if, I mean, if that's the bag or if that's actually some dirt and grime that might be on here, but I'm pretty sure that's the bag. And yeah, so far I'm liking it. I mean, it kind of does remind me of leather CPR, fairly similar, just consistency wise and sort of like what it does. It's just a very light conditioner. So when I did a Google search, it did say that apple conditioner is best used for routine maintenance, whether that's every 6 months, every year. Leather CPR is more likely for deep conditioning. It's probably, I mean, so that's why I use it after I use the saddle soap, because it is supposed to be a pretty good deep conditioner, but at the same time it's fairly light. The thing about Epsom and Caviar, or all these coated leathers, you just want to make sure you do a light layer, because if you put too much and it just sits on top of the plastic coating or the coating of the leather, ooh, yeah, maybe I rubbed it a little too hard on that one, it is gonna make the bag tacky. It's gonna make it sticky. So you want to just do a light layer. You don't need to overdo it. Oh, look, I should probably see if I can get that cleaned up. So that's some tarnishing on the hardware on both. I see it on here as well. So maybe I'll give that a shot with some, I think it's called Blue Magic. Yeah, it looks great. Okay, that's nice. So in cases like this where I've basically conditioned it on all 4 sides, or sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. Basically, if I condition the bottom as well, I'll hang the bag so that it dries. I rarely condition handles unless it's cracking or really needs some moisture. I try not to, because, you know, handles usually get a lot of oils from your hands anyway. Probably doesn't need as much TLC as the body of the bag. All right, let me just see if I can get this tarnishing off with this on this side first. So this is what I use for tarnishing, metal polish cream. I think it's called Blue Magic. Yeah, Blue Magic right there. Yeah, if there's any residue left. All right, so just slightly, see if that works. Yeah, it seems to be helping. All right. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. This is just straight tarnish, and so with a little bit of Blue Magic, it does a pretty good job. Ooh, I got a little bit on the leather. Definitely don't want to get on the leather if you can help it, but sometimes it happens. All right. Ooh, that's looking pretty nice. All right, and then you can see some of the tarnish rubs off on here, and of course on the Q-tip as well. So usually I put one, I'll just use one Q-tip. Let me see if I need to, and kind of just spread it thinly around, because I don't want to, yeah, I could get, this has some tarnish as well. You don't need a lot of this stuff, and you don't want that to get on the leather and get everywhere. So a really thin coat will take off the tarnish fairly well. So let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, nice and shiny. All right. How's that looking? That's looking pretty nice and shiny. Yeah, compared to that. Very slightly. And leather overall looks great. Here we go. It's actually showing up quite a bit brighter red in this camera than it is in real life. It's a little more muted. I should probably stuff this with plastic and hang it to dry. All right, and that's it. I mean, I might come back and do a quick after it dries video, but it's really gonna look pretty much the same. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.